Yo, welcome back to the House of Chaos. Y'all going for a ride along with me, you know what I mean, on this particular topic. But hopefully y'all can relate to it, so I'm gonna get straight to it. Today I'm gonna talk about Tyrese. I've been off this YouTube thing for a while because I got a life, I got businesses, I got family, I got things that I got to take care of. I wish I had all the downtime that some of these YouTubers have, but I don't miss not having 9 to 5 and some of the other things that I do. So it's a good balance. Eventually, one day I keep putting in the work, I can do this full time. But until then, it'll be hit and miss. But when I pop in, I pop in. So I'm gonna get straight to it. Like I said, talking about Tyrese, it's a lot of things I'm gonna catch up on, man. From Tyrese to the Super Bowl talk with Kendrick Lamar and Lil Wayne and Diddy. I can go on and on. So it's a lot of content out there, but I'm gonna take my time. Plus, I don't like to talk about it when everybody else talking about it. If it's trending, I like to stay back. That's what I like to do. My brother, he do his thing, but when it's trending, I like to stay back a little bit. I don't like to jump on everything that everybody talking about. You know what I mean? So, anyways, Tyrese, he's going on. He was making this media tour about child support. The mother of his child raising child support and all that kind of stuff. How unfair it is. He's a big time clout chaser, if you ask me. He only does this type of stuff when he got an album coming out or he got a movie coming out, which his music hadn't been too good. I don't watch none of his movies, and I'm not hating. You know what I'm saying? He got a couple songs I like, a few of them, but all that clout chasing, I get it. Trying to get back in the headlines and stuff like that. But he comes back crying like he did before. What else do you want from me? And all that stuff. Remember he was doing all that? So he's doing it again. Making this woman, he's shaming her, shaming women. And I'm anything but a simp. I'm an alpha male. I say it proudly, but I call it like I see it. And that's one thing about being an honest alpha male or honest person in general. I don't play no sides. I'm not kissing up to any woman trying to win any points, anything like that. I'm just keeping it real. You're crying. This for any man. And I think Tyrese do this to get headlines. When they interview him, he just be talking nonstop, run on sentences. Don't let the person interviewing him get a word in. Try to be profound, trying to say something deep, fake crying. Charlemagne on the Breakfast Club going forward, giving him a Kleenex. Just real weak behavior. So, but this for him and any man. This is what I never understood about men complaining about child support. I say men, males. Men don't do that, if you ask me. And I'm going to tell you why. But when males be up there crying about this woman taking them to court, raising child support, or whatever the case may be. In my opinion, and from my experience, you father a child, you look like a damn fool going into court whining about child support being raised or going in there to get it lowered. What you should be doing as a man, as a father, like I've done, I go in that courtroom. We're not talking about child support. We're talking about custody. We're talking about 50-50 custody, joint and physical. Because when you have your child 50% of the time, and I'm not going in there just to fight off some child support. I'm going in there because that is my child. The child needs the father in the life just like the child needs the mother. So I look like a fool going in there talking about money instead of talking about spending time with my child. If you have your child 50% of the time, then you're more than likely, you're either not going to be paying child support. If the mother makes more money than you, she'll pay if you accept that. That's on you as a man. Or it'll be reduced in such a way because you have the child. It's about time spent with the child. And I'm sure most mothers who can hear this would not have a problem if you stepped up took your child to parent conferences, uh, tucked your child into bed at night, prayed with your child, took them to school in the morning. Instead of her going to the barbershop giving them haircuts as a woman, you're taking them to get haircuts. You're helping discipline him. When the school is calling saying that he or she's having a bad behavior, you're up there. You're packing the lunches. You're taking them to the doctor. You're taking them to the emergency room. You're doing the things that single mothers do. And she would love to have that kind of support. Most women. Some can be bitter and try and use your child as a pawn to get back at you if the relationship didn't work out. I get it. I'm no fool. I'm hip to that. Very hip to that. But most women, most mothers would love to have that kind of support from a father instead of a Chuck E. Cheese dad. Because there's some Chuck E. Cheese fathers out there. Come around on the birthday, on the weekend, every other weekend, once a month, open houses, kindergarten graduations, and try to look like they're an active father, an active participant in this child's life when they've been absent all the time. Their attendance record is horrible. And there's mothers like that too, trust me, I know. Been through it. There's mothers out there that, when it's open houses or graduation, they flood their Instagram and timelines and Facebook and Snapchat. And I'm so proud of my baby and all this, all that. But they aren't doing the hard work, the day-to-day parenting that it takes when conflict arises, when, need money for driver's training, driving a car, health insurance, all that kind of stuff, insurance for their car. I get it. So some people just want clout, or some parents, they front. But I'm talking about an active parent, teaching, nurturing, loving, disciplining, going to church with your child, walking your child to the school bus. When your child has a conflict or doesn't understand certain things, you're that navigation system to help them through it, help them process stuff and understand stuff. So those are the parents that I'm talking about. So when a man is in a courtroom or he's on social media crying, she raising my child support, she trying to be controlling, I hate her, she mad because I ain't with her, she seen me with my whoop whoop, now she got me in court, blah, 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 she heard I'm making this money, she heard I did this, kind of stuff Tyrese crying about, sounding so weak. Why aren't you in court talking about, hey, or going to the woman and say, hey, let's work this out. They didn't, this judge didn't birth our child, wasn't there when we was making this child, when we conceived this child. So why are we going to them pleading, wanting them to work something out that we got ourselves into, that we're responsible for? Because that same justice system has locked a lot of black people up. The same system that you're going to pleading your case for on your child, they're going to tell you the value of your child. Basically, the value of your child is $600 a month. Just throwing it out there. I just have a problem with going to this system that's flawed, that has over prosecuted, and this is just fact. There ain't no black and white thing. It's just fact. But it's over prosecuted. Black people. And if you look at the population in the prison system, we are overrepresented. Under the same sentencing guidelines that some of our counterparts have, we get sentenced much more. And all this needs to change. People invest in prisons and line politicians and people running for offices, prosecutors and stuff, line their pockets up or promise them that they're going to help fund their position. And because when you're locked up, you are a dollar sign to investors. That's what happened when they privatized prisons. So you are, it's the new slavery, if you ask me. And we'll get into that another time. But anyways, I'm saying you go into this particular system, this particular judge, nothing against the judge, nothing against the arbitrator and stuff like that. And y'all in there talking about what your child is worth, what you should pay, when you should be, as a man, in there first talking to her. I said, hey, I want my child 50% of the time. Now, she may say she don't like your living conditions. You have all these women around. I know all that rigmarole. I know all the game. You're not stable enough. You got blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, she cannot prevent you as long as you got stable housing, stable income, can provide transportation. You're not putting your child in danger. You're getting your child to school. Daycare, did I mention daycare? Whatever that child needs, you can provide it. You can provide a quality of living for that child that keeps that child safe. The most judges want that, and they'd be shocked when men come in there and say, yo, this ain't about child support, this is about custody. I have everything that I need to take care of my child. I'm financially stable, I'm healthy, I'm in my right mind. But you in there talking about dollars, lower it, raise it, stuff like that. So you're missing the point. So how about you talk about custody? So you're gonna have to miss some of those times in the club. Tyrese, you're gonna have to miss a album release party, whatever it is that you do. When you have a child, you have forfeited some of your free time. Mothers too, you have forfeited that. So why should she have to forfeit everything? She in nursing school, and now she got to stop going to nursing school because she got to take care of her. Whatever she got going on, can't go out with her girls, can't go get her hair done, can't do this, can't do that, because she's providing for her child in terms of time. No, if you're a father, you can't go out with the fellas. You can't chase some of them skirts now. There's a lot of things you cannot do as much during the time you have your child. Your child comes first. So all this crying and bickering about child support, I could never pay. I know some people pay it, but bro, you paying child support and you don't even see your child. So to me, that's not a child to you. That's a debt. That's an expense. That's like a car note. You know, you paying it just so you don't have to deal with it or to get it paid off or celebrate on his or her 18th birthday because now you done. I'm a father to my children to the day I go in that ground. And I hope that's a long time. But for the rest of their lives and for the rest of my life, I don't get that. I don't get that weak stuff. So I'm not feeling Tyrese. I don't care if you want to sell none of your music or your movies. Not watching none of that is horrible. You can't act. I'm not feeling any man crying about child support. You should be talking about custody, not child support. Provide a stable home, a safe home, viable income. Make sure your child is taken care of. Make sure that your child is not in any kind of danger, and do the things that fathers do, that parents do. And more than likely, most women will be okay with that, because it ain't about the money sometimes. Come see about your kid. Quit running to that judge crying, evading, and quit staying with a woman. I've known people who done this. Not being a father, but staying with her to avoid child support. You out here trying to live a single life, going home with her. She unhappy, you unhappy. You're a mid-level parent. You're not a great parent, but you're doing that just so they can stay out your pockets. I don't get you people. Who raised these folks? It's your boy, Kelly Kale, House of Kales. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. I got to go do what I got to do. Peace.